Hello everybody, my name is Parker. We're going to be going over a quick how to stream to the Fragforce stream setup that we have. It's going to be fairly quick and concise. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on Discord for some more information. I'm going to skip ahead here. We're going to go to the Open Broadcaster software, which is obsproject.com. And if you're on Windows, please install it on a Windows or Mac. You can grab the Mac version. For Linux, install via your normal installation methods. We do not currently have a config for Linux users. I need to work on that. But for Windows, we're going to click here. It's going to automatically drop us into an installer. So we're going to click here. And then for the Fragforce overlays that we use for OBS, we're going to go to FFOverlays. So this is the github.com/fragforce/FFOverlays. I will have all of these links in the description down below anyways. To make it easier for you. What we're going to do here is going to click code and download zip. That's going to download a zip file into your home folder or downloads folder. And then of course for here, VLC, we need the 64-bit version. For Windows, you're going to click the little down drop arrow here and MS installer for 64-bit version. Click that. It's also going to take a couple seconds and pop up. We're going to click save file. From here, we're going to open our downloads folder where we have all the wonderful things we just downloaded. We're going to right click and extract all on the FFOverlays file. And we're going to have it show extracted files when complete. When that's done, we're going to go into FFOverlays master, and on your other window that's still open, we're going to go to this PC, local disk, and you're going to make a new folder called stream. So this should be like this, C/stream. You're going to copy all of the things from FFOverlays-master into the stream folder. Now let's go to configure OBS. I wish I had left my downloads folder open. All right, we're going to install VLC 64-bit. It's a requirement for OBS. Go through this real quick. While we're doing that, FFOverlays master, because I forgot to do this, fonts. And you're going to right click and install all three fonts, BAD, ABB, Rocket Render, and TriCube. That's right click, install. Now that VLC is done, we're going to click finish, and we don't want to run it. Now we're going to go back to our downloads folder and run OBS Studio installer. We're going to click next, skip through, install. Since everything else is where we need it to be, this should be the last thing we need to do. And once OBS is open, everything we're doing from there is configuring OBS. We're going to launch OBS to 26.1.1. Later versions will be supported as well. Don't worry about that. And we're actually going to click cancel here. OBS by default has a desktop audio and mic audio, but we're going to actually go to scene collection and import. Yes, we want to do this. We're going to click the three dots. We're going to go to C, stream, and then you want to select FF2020 proper.json, and you're going to click open. Then we're going to click import. Now we can switch to the FF2020 proper scene. And you have a configured Fragforce scene setup. This is all the scenes that we would use when normally streaming. A couple of things we need to configure after this, though, would be our customizable inputs. The BI backtext you can change to whatever you want. The Extra Life logo is our current charity logo, but you can select other logos or import your own. For browser latest donation, we actually need to update this. Right here, this actually points to your Extra Life URL. And it runs it through some fancy web pagey things, but here your Extra Life ID will be, as an example, mine is 449343. Now that should automatically update to Michael Parker. This one, same thing, 9343. And it automatically goes and pulls your latest values from your Extra Life page. From here, with full screen game capture, you can select any screen you want. By default, it will automatically select any full screen games. So if you have 2 screens, it should automatically select a game that's full screen. If it doesn't, and you want to capture a specific screen, you would do something like this, where it says capture specific window, and then there will be a list of windows over here. This is the same as the 4x3 game capture. You can pick specific windows or do full screen. Then your streamer name can be updated. Mine would be, as an example, Parker VCP. And then your main webcam here is the last thing we need to select. We're going to double click that, and we're going to click a device, and for me it's HD webcam C615. And then that is the camera I have connected. Yes, that is me, as you can tell. So we're going to scroll up, about to go live, has no audio by default. So if you want to play music, you can, but in order to do that, you need to do something like add a audio output device. For me, I would do something like desktop. You can, if you want to do some more advanced setups, have multiple audio outputs and specifically pick one. But for here, we can just do default, or you can specify I want it to be this specific device, and anything that I play music-wise will come through here. Please note, I believe we're only cleared for any Creative Commons music, or currently some Monster Cat music. Anything else that you play might be copywritten and will mute us. All right, so we're going to pop to the countdown intro. This actually plays video and plays audio. It has a 2-minute countdown. There is a 1-minute countdown that you can switch this to if you want to. And then for some other things, we have our intro chat, which shows your camera. As you can tell, my camera is not the right size for this, but that's fine. You can resize that on your own, and the easiest way to resize that would go to input camera, and something like this. You can actually drag it, make it bigger. Can add filters to it, which lets you cut and crop, or you can do something like this, which is I want to pick a custom resolution, and let's say I think it's 960 by 720. Yeah, no, that's square. Why is it square? 1280 by 720. Okay, and now I can fit it to my screen, and there it is. Now when I go back to something like here, my camera will look correct. We have the widescreen game layout. This uses your input game capture, which when you're down here, you want to turn off your sample game. I forgot about that. And now this will only show the game that you've selected. Everything else from here is basically configured. We have some other things like a retro game layout and a be right back. This shows a be right back, and you can play any commercials or something you want here in the middle of this for the charity of your choice. Normally Extra Life, but we do support other charities. From here, we're going to go to settings. For settings, we want to go to output first, and you want to configure this for generally hardware, and then we're going to bump this up to 4500. That's it. Click apply. We're going to go down to video, and you can stream. This controls what you stream at, so it captures at 1080p and streams at 1280 by 720, and we can bump it up to 60 FPS, not 59.4. And then click apply. So if you want to stream at a higher resolution, you can. Please understand that that uses more bandwidth. And then from here, the last thing we need to configure is your stream key, stream URL and key. So we're going to actually click custom, and then we will give you a link for the server with your key and everything all in one, and you won't actually need a stream key for the setup we're going to use. That should be it, and I want to say thank you all very much for watching. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out on Discord in the Fragforce Discord server. All right, bye.